Good morning, students. Today's class is the open cast mining and the OB removal, the overburden removal and the coal removal, and different stages of open cast mining is there. And what are the different stages of open cast mining? How the different stages, different phases of the open cast mining are done, and what are the different factors which influence the different phases of the mining, we will see now. And there are number of phases when we actually do the mining in the underground, and different phases are there: drilling, blasting, loading, transportation, like that. The conventional mining is split into different phases. It is there. So in the similar fashion, for the OC also, different phases are there, and those are ground preparation. In the ground preparation, the devegetation is there, grubbing is there, scarification is there, and the leveling is there. These are the first phase of the open cast mining, that is the ground preparation. In the ground preparation, the number of other phases are there, and we will see devegetation, clearance of the ground, devegetation, and the grubbing of the ground, leveling of the topography. These are the different sub phases of a first one. And the second is, and one more is approach road. Formation of the approach road is also, and the first comes into the ground preparation. The second is the OB removal, and other thing is the OB removal and preparation of the coal benches and the backfilling. So these are the different other stages of the open cast mining. And the second one is the OB removal, overburden. The rock waste which is lying over the mineral, the rock waste which is lying over the coal is called the overburden. Suppose the mineral is lying below the 50 meters, so the 50-meter has to be taken out and removed, and that removal of rock waste is called removal of overburden. So, and the second phase is a removal of the overburden, and after that the coal is exposed and the coal is removed, and that is the third phase. The OB and the coal, which are converted into different benches, different vertical benches. The vertical benches are removed by drilling, blasting, lifting, transportation, different other machinery which is used for this one, for OB removal and the coal removal also there. For OB removal, actually the 50 meters OB, the surface cover is there. The 50 meters is converted into the 5 vertical benches, and the 5 vertical benches are removed. The vertical bench is there, and it is having the 10 meters height is there, and the width is there, and certain slope is there. So the actually on the vertical bench is there, we have the blasting pattern. The blasting pattern is there, and the 30 to 50 holes are there. The 30 holes are drilled on the bench, and by the coal drill machines, by the OB drill machines, the drilling machines are there. With the help of drilling machines, the holes are drilled. The drill holes are charged with the explosive, maybe the AN4, ammonium nitrate and fuel oil mixture. The explosive is there. All the drill holes are charged with the explosive. And after that, the blasting is done, and the muck is piled up. Due to this, a lot of muck is created. Lot of muck is obtained by the blasting. The coal is obtained by the blasting. After that, the shovels are there and the excavators are there. They lift the coal onto the dumpers, and the dumpers carry away the coal from the mining site to the dumping yard, or from the mining site to the coal screening plant. So this is that. So the OB removal is there. The OB removal is there. When I expose the OB removal, and in the form of benches are there. The benches are blasted with the use of drilling holes, and they are charging the drilling holes and filling the drilling holes with the explosives. After that, the blasting is done, and after that, the shovels, the excavators are there. The excavators come to the face and lift up the OB, the muck which is created, which is formed by the blasting is picked up, is lifted by the excavators, and the transportation is done and by the dumpers. The various capacity dumpers are there, maybe 35 tons to 235 tons dumpers are used depending upon the size of the open cast mining project it is there. So this one, the OB removal is the second phase. In a similar fashion, the coal is also removed, and by that is a third phase. Suppose 30 meters coal is available. The 30 meters coal is converted into 3 vertical benches, and the benches are removed in the same similar fashion by laying the basement pattern, by charging and by drilling the holes and charging the drilled holes, and after that the blasting is done, is lifted by the shovels and transported by the dumpers. So it's the same, whatever the system of mining we used in the OB, the same system of mining we use in the coal benches also it is there. So removal of the coal. So definitely the coal, maybe suppose even the thickness of the coal sometimes may not be very large. So the patches of coal is available. Suppose the 5 meters coal is available, 5 to 10 meters coal is available. After that the rock waste is there. And after that again the 5 to 10 meters coal is available. Again the rock waste is there. And after that again the coal is available. So the coal is available in different patches. And the mining is also done in a similar fashion. The OB, the OB is made into different benches. The benches are removed. The coal exposed is removed. And after again the OB comes into picture. Again the OB is removed, and the after removal of the OB, again the coal is exposed and the coal is removed. So the coal is available in different patches. Straight away the coal may not be available. The 100 meters thickness of the coal may not be available. The 50 meters thickness of the coal may not be available. So the thickness varies 5 meters to 10 meters. So 10 meters coal is available. After that the rock face is there, and after that again the coal is available, and after that again the rock face is there. So the coal is available in different patches. The thickness of the coal seam varies 5 meters to 30 meters. It varies. Suppose 30 meters is there, 3 vertical benches are made. If it is not available in 30 meters, and suppose 10 meters is there, one bench is formed. Again OB benches are formed, and after that again the coal benches are formed. So the formation of the OB benches and the formation of the coal benches is done in this fashion. It is there. And after that the OB is removed, the coal is exposed, the coal is also removed, it is there. And after that the mine is over. Total the mineral is excavated, total the mineral is removed from the area. Then what is happened? Then the void, a big void, so maybe 10 acres, maybe 50 acres, or maybe 100 acres of land is, maybe 10 to 50 acres of land is they wasted. So the big void is formed. Again, actually the OB waste which is dumped away from the mining site, maybe 1 kilometer, maybe 2 kilometers away from the site, with the help of dumpers. The dumpers are used for the transport of the OB material, the transport of the coal material from this one to the dumping yard, the dumping site. It is there. So what is this? Actually, this is the thing. This is the thing. It is done, and this one. Likewise, the OB base and the coal is transferred from the mining site to the dumping site. It is done. So again, which are the voids, which are the way the voids are formed. Again, with the help of the dumpers, again the void is filled up by the rock waste. Again, the void is filled by the rock waste, and after filling up the rock waste, the subsoil is placed over the rock waste. So the subsoil which is used for the revegetation, for the growing the vegetation. So this is called land reclamation. This is called the land. Again, bringing back the land uh, uh, maybe used for the agriculture is called the land reclamation, or else it is called backfilling. When the voids are filled and the voids are filled up, then it is called the backfilling. It is called the backfilling. when the land is made into agricultural use, agricultural use, then it is called the land reclamation. May not be suppose the paddy, the cotton, like the crops may not be grown, but the vegetation can be grown. Suppose Nilgiri trees are there, eucalyptus trees are there, and other bamboo trees are there, which are used for the paper industry, may be grown in the subsoil. And these type of this type of vegetation can be grown in a abundant mining sites. Abundant mining site again, the land is reconverted for the reconverted to the original state. Then the particular this one is called uh, land reclamation. The backfilling is there, the land reclamation is there. The backfilling is filling the site with the rock waste is called the backfilling. Again, if the land is converted into agriculture purpose, then it is called land reclamation. So bringing back the so and so land, maybe 10 acres, maybe 50 acres of land is wasted by the by the mining. So the 50 acres of land is reconverted to the same 50 acres of land is reconverted to agriculture purpose. Agriculture purpose is called land reclamation. So these are the different phases of the open cast mining. The ground preparation is there, and OB removal is there, and the mineral removal is there, and backfilling is there, and land reclamation is there. These are the different phases of the open cast mining. What is this one? These are different phases of the open cast mining. This one. In the ground preparation, the ground preparation, different things are there. Clearance of the vegetation is there, grubbing is there, and the leveling is there, and the formation of approach roads are there. So these are the what we call different the subphases of the ground preparation. All are there, and we will see one by one. The ground preparation is there, OB removal is there, the coal removal is there, backfilling is there, and land reclamation. These are the different five phases of the Upas canvas. Again, in the ground preparation, again sub phases are there, sub activities are there. Those are the labeled the clearance of vegetation, and the grubbing, and the leveling, and approach roads. So how the work is done, in these phases, how the work is done in these phases. Let us see the clearance of vegetation. So here and different actually generally we use bulldozer, and JCB and tractor. These are the machines which are used for the clearance of the bushes, and the trees. These are there. Actually, uh, actually, this is the actual bushes are there. The bushes are where the cleared. Actually, there are a lot of vegetation is there. The land may be full of trees and the full of bushes are there, and the land has to be made into a level ground, so that the mining can be done there. So before that, the bushes are there, the trees are there, the bushes are removed. The bushes are removed by the bulldozer. So bulldozer is there, a blade is there. The blade is run by done by the IC engine, and with the dosing operations, all the bushes are cleared. All the bushes are cleared by the bulldozer. It is done. It is there. And JCB also there with the use of JCB, and this is JCB doses the bushes, and the bushes are removed. And by this operation, and the trees also felled out. The trees also removed. The trees also felled out by the bulldozer. And the thickness of the trees, thickness of the trees maybe and 750 mm. The thickness of the tree up to 750 mm, and within the 0.75 the meters, 0.75 meters is removed, is felled out by the bulldozer. It is and more than 750 mm, and the trees are felled out by the this one, felled out by the power saws. The power saws used for cutting the trees. Again, the stumps are there where the scarification is done. The scarification is done, and by the scarification, and the trees are done. So anyway, the bulldozers, the JCB, and the tractor. The tractor, which are for small bushes, the tractors are used, and the bushes are very much more. The trees are more. The JCB used still the bigger trees are there in the site. Then we use the bulldozer, the dosing operations, and with the dosing operations, the trees are felled out and it is removed. And the trees which are actually, and this is the felled out, the trees, the felled out, the bushes are there, they are burnt out, and the bushes are burnt out, burnt out, and only the ash remains there. All the trees, the bushes which are felled out, which are removed by the bulldozer, by the tractor, by the JCB, are burnt out, and the clear of everything. The site is very much the clear. It is there, and actually, and those are just what we discussed, and the thickness of the tree, the diameter of the tree, and around the diameter of the tree around 750 mm. 750 mm trees are there. The 750 mm trees which are used, which are removed by the this one JCB, and by the bulldozer. It is there. So more than 750 mm the trees cannot be removed by the JCB, where cannot be removed by the bulldozer, and the power used by the bulldozer is not sufficient to remove, and the trees which are having more diameter than 750 mm, and it's getting difficult. Then the power saws may be used, and this one, and the bulldozer, and this one is also used for other purpose. One is the felling, of the bushes, felling of the trees, and the second purpose, which is used for the transporting and disposing of the trees. What are the trees are there, and the bushes are cut, the trees are cut, and the cut trees and the cut bushes are heaped up around somewhere, maybe 100 meters away, maybe 200 meters away from the mining site, and into a heap they're dumped. All the trees are dumped, all the bushes are dumped. They put it in a heap, and transporting those trees and bushes into heap, and the bushes and the trees which are burned out, uh, and no remains are there, no remains are left like that, and the bushes and the trees which are removed. This is there. So this one with the tractor, with the bulldozer, with the JCB, for some extent, and up to the trees which are the height, the diameter, the 750 mm is uh, felled out, is cut, is dozed by this type of. For smaller bushes, and the tractors are used, and still uh, more more bushes, the bigger trees are there, and JCB used, and still the bigger trees are there, the more bushes are there. Then bulldozer is used. So with the help of the tractor, the JCB, the bulldozer, all the bushes are removed, all the trees are cut, all the bushes and the trees are transported away from the mining site. away from 200 meters from the mining site. There, into a heap, they put it into a heap, and uh, fire is the fire is applied to it, and then uh, burn out all the cut bushes, burn out all the cut trees, whatever put it in the heap inside. So this is the first one. If more than 750 mm dia, the thickness of the dia, more than 750 mm it is there. The power source are there. The power source, actually the power source is run by the electricity, and source are there, and the source which cut the trees, and the electricity is there, a saw is there, saw is moved, the saw is moved by the electricity, is run by the electricity. So with the help of the saw, the trees are cut, and the stumps remains, and after that the stumps are there, leaving stumps, the stumps are remain there when the tree is cut. So the power saw is uh, used to cut the trees, and the stumps may be up to 0.75 meters. The stumps remains there. When the tree is cut, the stumps are there. The stumps again, the stumps are to be removed. The stumps are to be removed, and finally, first the tree is cut, and after that the stump is removed. So this is the sequence of operations. So first one, this is the clearance of the vegetation, what we call this one. And the second thing is the grubbing. This thing, and third one is the leveling, and the final one is the approach. This is the first one. The grubbing is the second one, and the leveling is the third one, and formation of the approach is the fourth one in the ground preparation. The sub phases and the sub activities of the ground phases of the clearance of vegetation, the grubbing, the leveling, the approach rows. These are the four sub phases of the clearance of vegetation. It is there. This is the clearance of vegetation, what we discussed now. The second is the grubbing. In the grubbing, what actually the stumps are there, where the powers where the power saws which are used for cutting the trees, they're 0.75 meters, nearly 0.75 meters. The stumps, the remained portion of the tree are left out, and the remaining portion of the tree are called the stump, and the stump is also the stump has to be also be removed. The stump, the remaining portion of the tree is called the stump. The stump has to be removed, and for the removing the stump, a certain procedure is used, and there the scarifiers are used, and burning process is taken out, and the blasting is done, and different other things are used for the removal of the stump. And actually, what is there? Grubbing. Here, 2-3 things are done. The scarifiers which are used for loosening the ground. The scarifier means the ripper may be used. The ripper is the machine which rip the ground, and this is used for the loosen the ground. Where the consolidated rock is there, and consolidated clay material is there. So removing the consolidated clay material, removing the rock base is very much difficult. Then what we'll do, we use the scarifier. The scarifier is nothing but a ripper. And the ripper, the blade is there, a jib is there. The jib is rotated by the electricity. There is the motor. The power is going to the motor. The motor runs. Motor moves the chain, and actually the chain is there, and maybe the chain is there, or maybe the blade is there, and the blade moves the blade is moved by the mechanism, the blade is moved by the mechanism, and this one, uh, the blade or the jib which is moved, the jib is having different teeth, one to three teeth. It is there. The jib is maybe the jib or the chain passing over the jib is having one tooth is there, two teeth is there, three teeth is there, one to three teeth is there. So the teeth is moved on the jib, and which is used for ripping the ground material. So for loosening the ground material, the ground. So total ground is the total ground is loosened, and this is called the scarification. Rubbing, the scarification is done. The scarification is done by the ripper. So the ripper is nothing but the ripper is the mission. It is the mission, like coal cutting mission. Just we have seen in the mines, the coal cutting machine is there, where the motor is there, and where the jib is there. Around the jib, the chain passes. The chain is having different teeth. In the similar fashion, the current is the electricity is there. The electricity is given to the motor. The motor runs the chain. The chain moves. So the chain is having different teeth. The teeth is which is used for lifting the ground. So this is the scarifier. This is loosen the ground. After that, the bulldozer or JCB comes out and remove the stump. And the stump is removed. Likewise, the stump is removed, and when the removed stump is burnt out. Removed stump is burnt out. So this is the process. And one more thing is that, and if we are unable to remove, by scarification, we are unable to remove by the burning the stump, then another process is there, another method is there. That is the plastic. That is the plastic. Very small agar holes are there. Another process is there. Another process where the blasting is done. The stumps are there. Around the stumps, small agar holes are drilled with the use of agar hole drilling. The small holes are drilled. The small holes are charged with the explosive, small explosive we use there. Maybe TNT, maybe the gunpowder, may be used for blasting. Maybe the blasting. So the blasting is done, and the stump is blasted out. The stump is blasted. The total ground is very much loosened, and the dozer and the JCB comes over and lift out the remaining stump and taken out the stump away from the mining site. So first thing is the scarification by loosening with the help of a ripper, and that is one process. And if the process is not what we can do, the process is what we can say is we cannot remove remain stump. Then we go for the blasting. The blasting is done. So that is a lot of thing is called what we call that is dropping. We call that is dropping. And next surface is the leveling. The leveling actually the ground may not be very plain, but the undulating terrain poses many problems for formation of the all roads, for the formation of the approach roads, the transporting the dumpas are there. The dumpas pick up the material and transport the material from this one this so. So the transporting it becomes very difficult. So the total site has to become very plain. The undulating terrain, the undulating topography has to be removed, has to be leveled out. Then we can go for the mining. So same if it remains there, the transporting becomes very difficult. Why? Because the dumps are flying from bottom of the open cast mining tool away from the mining site to the dumping yard. So it becomes very much difficult. So the leveling must be done. In the leveling, the different things are used. There also the scarification, same scarification is there. The scarification which is used, the loosening ground. If you consolidated, the ground is there, consolidated clay ground is there, or the rock waste is there, then the ground has to be loosened. Where the rippers, where the rippers are used. Just now we discussed the rippers which is having the electricity is there, the electricity is under the motor drives the chain is having one, two, three strong teeth, one, two, three strong teeth is there, the teeth rip the ground, the teeth rip the ground is unloosened, and the loosened ground is picked up by the unloosened ground is picked up by the scraper and the dozers. And the scrappers are there, the dozers are there, which are come over there, and they pick up uh, pick up the stumps and thrown away from the side. The stumps which are remained there and picked up by the stump and thrown away from this one. And this is the machine which we use here, the scraper and the dozer. It is there. Before that, before the scraper come, dozer and the scraper and dozer come to the mining site. Here the rippers are there. Where the rippers is having one, two, three teeth, which is used for ripping, for loosening the ground, where the scarification is done, and by the with the while by this scarification, the ground is loosened and the ground is taken out. It is there. So this is called the leveling, and still it remains. The blasting also done. The blasting also done, and in the blasting, where the small holes are drilled and the explosive is charged, and the holes are charged with the explosive, and the blasting is done. And the wave which is used here, the detonation wave, which is 600 to the 2000 meters per second. Actually, the velocity of the detonation wave is there. Actually, that is 600 to 2000 meters per this one is there. That is the blasting. So in the leveling is there, the blasting is there, and we use the blasting to actually whatever the stumps still remain there, and the stumps are removed by the blasting technique here. And the blasting, the explosive we use a small type of drills are drilled there, and the drill holes are charged with the explosive. The small explosive we use there, and the blasting is done, and the detonation wave here, that is 600 meters to 600 meters per second to 2000 meters per second is used. And in the normal OC, the detonation wave, the velocity of the detonation, VOD, what we could do in VOD, velocity of detonation, what we think. Velocity of detonation, generally, it is 6000 meters per second. This is a detonation wave we use in the open cast mining there. So this is a simple one which is used for removing, the trees which is there, and that is the leveling. So we completed the clearance of the station, the grubbing and the leveling, and different machines are which use. The rippers are used, the scrubbers are used, the dozers are used, and JCB used, and the tractor. Very small one is a tractor used, and after that JCB used, and after dozer will be used. After that scrappers are used. After that rippers are used. All this machinery, the ground is the clear. The ground is level. This is that. So these are the three operations. The final operation is formation of the approach road, and actually the mineral may be lying the 50 meters below the surface, and the OB material 50 meters OB material is there, and the 30 meters the coal material is there, and the 80 meters depth from the surface is there. So for 80 meters in the bottom of the open cast mining is there. From the surface, a road must be there. A road must be there with a certain gradient is there. Suppose dumpers are there. The dumpers which pick up the material, from the mining side, from the bottom of the open cast mine, and carry the material from that point to the dumping yard. The dumping yard may be the 2 kilometers or the 5 kilometers away from the mining site. So there must be a road. There must be a road with a gradient, with a less gradient, so that dumper with the various types of dumpers are there, and ranging 35 tons, 85 tons, 105 tons, 135 tons, 185 tons, 235 tons. These are the different ranges of dumpers are there. The dumpers which carry the lifted coal, and the shovels are there. Shovels transfer the coal from face to the dumpers, and the dumpers carry the coal from the bottom of the mining site to the dumping yard. That is the 5 kilometers away from the mining site. So that is there. Dumpers are there. When the dumpers are used, there must be a road with a certain. But 1 in 4 is ground is there. The dumpers cannot travel there. They cannot climb up in 1 in 4 ground or 1 in 4 ground. So the gradient must be very 1 in 12 more, and more than 1 in 12. So 1 in 13, 1 in 14. So the gradient of the road must be very less, and the gradient must be very less. That means the dumpers cannot run in 1 in 4, 1 in 5, 1 in 6, those type of gradients. And where the gradient is very high, the dumpers cannot be run. It is a, so the gradient is very important, so that the gradient generally maintain how much it is maintained. 1 in 12, the gradient of the haul road is there. The gradient of the approach road is so. So the approach roads are very much important. Very much important. That is the access. That is the access from the bottom of the open cast mining to the surface of the open cast mining, and where the dumpers are flying there, where the dumpers are moving there, where the dumpers are carrying the material and transporting the material from the open cast mine to the surface of the mine, and from the surface of the mine to the dumping yard, and that may be 5 kilometers away from the mining site. It is there. So for plying of the dumpers, the road must be made, and the particular road is called approach road. Maybe the haul road, maybe the approach road. So the approach road, which connects the surface of the open cast mining, the surface of the open cast mine, and the surface of the open cast mine, and this one, the bottom of the open cast mine. Where bottom of the open cast mine is there, where the mining is done, where the surface of the mining is there, where this one, where bottom of the mine is there, and surface of the mine. The bottom of the mine is there, where bottom of the mine is there, where bottom of the mine is there, and surface of the mine is there. So the road connects bottom of the mine and surface of the mine. It is there. This is called the approach road. The approach is nothing but the haul road. The haul road has to be laid out. The haul roads with a certain gradient, the haul road with a certain width, must be maintained. Must be connecting from the bottom of open cast mine to the surface of the mine. It is there. So this is the approach road, and different factors are there. And shape, the width of the approach road is there, length of the approach road is there, and the gradient of the approach road is there, the maintenance of the approach road is there, and certain factors are there. All the factors which influence the approach road, the shape of the approach road, the size of the approach road, the gradient of the approach road, the maintenance of the approach road, where the dumpers, where the generally the coldness which are moving at the mining site only, but the dumpers are always in 24 hours moving on the haul roads, moving on the approach road. So the roads must be very good. The roads must be good in condition. Otherwise, the dumpers cannot move. Otherwise, suppose rainy season is there, more slippery is there, the dumpers skid away due to the slurry which is found over the haul roads. So all the haul roads, all the approach roads must be maintained in good condition. So the certain the factors are there. Then we will repeat the factors. How the factors, how the influence the approach route, how the factors influence the haul roads design. So here some of the factors are there. Surface topography is there. Surface topography, shape of the mine, mining length along the strike direction, disposal of the system, the gradient, depth of the working, and handling the production, the simultaneous working of a number of benches, and the location of the crusher, and the overall economy. These are the different things which influence the formation of the approach to design. Suppose surface topography is there, it is very much undulating, so forming the approach is quite difficult, and it consumes a little more money. It is there. So anyway, the topography, the undulating topography must be removed and brought into the level of design. The shape of the mine, and generally the shape of the mine is the circular or the rectangular and the square type of mines are there. Irregular shape is there, and that gives more problem for laying the approach mine. Mine length along the strike direction. Generally, the mines are laid and the strike direction is there. Along the strike direction, the coal is there, and the OB is removed and the coal is removed. So when strike direction is more, so the approach roads are made in the strike direction. So the strike direction is very important. Generally, the approach roads, the haul roads are established or laid out around the strike direction. It is there. Waste disposal. Waste disposal. Suppose a very big mechanized mine is there. Very big mine is there, and the waste is disposed away from 5 kilometers from the mine. It is there. Then the approach road must be very good and must be very wide must be suitable for plying operations of the dumper. It is there. And the gradient generally what we discuss is 1 in 12. 1 in 12 gradient must be there. So 1 in 12 is almost flat. Almost it looks like the level ground. 1 in 12 it is there. So 1 in 4, 1 in 5, the dumpers cannot be run there. Dumpers cannot run in 1 in 4 gradient, in 1 in 5, 1 in 6 gradients. Those gradients are high gradients is there. High gradients, the carrying and the transporting by the dumpers is very difficult. So the gradient must be the suitable gradient. Generally, the gradient 1 in 12 and less than 1 in 12, that is 1 in 13, 1 in 14, 1 in 15 is suitable for the laying the approach, laying the hollow decisions. And the handling, the OB handling, a very big OB handling is there. And suppose the tipping ratio is 1:10 or 1:1, highly mechanized mines, where the very wide approach roads must be made. Otherwise, the OB cannot be handled there. That is the situation. The production requirement, suppose generally the capacity of the OC are 1 million ton. Generally 1 million to 10 million tons is the general capacity of the open cast mining. It is there. And this is the mechanism. When 50 million tons, 100 million tons, 200 million tons OC mines are there, and those mines are highly mechanized. And the general mechanism and general ranges from 1 million ton to 10 million tons is the production. So those mines are called the mechanized mine, and the mechanization and the production and by the production and the shape of the approach road, the shape of the size of the approach road is decided by the production schedule. And if the production is very much good, then the approach road must be also very strong and must be maintained. The lighting facilities must be there, and the side boards must be fixed in the curves, and the sprinkling of the water must be there for the dust suppression. So everything, in every aspect, the haul roads, the approach road must be maintained. It is there. And one more thing, the simultaneous extraction of the bench, different benches are there, and the different benches are worked out. So the production is very much multiplied, and the production is very much more than hall roads. The maintenance of the hall roads must be very must be very good, must be more. Otherwise, the dumpers maybe slipped away, and due to that, the fatal accidents may happen. So that has to be avoided. It is there. And last and least, the location of the crusher is there, where the boulders are there, where we use the crusher for sizing the material. It is there. And by all these things, the economy, then we will see this one. The economy is very important, and we see the economy, the money. With the money, we invest the amount in formation of the approach. So these are the different factors which are used for the approach out. These are these things. And finally, the ground preparation. In the ground preparation, and the four things are there. One is the clearance of the vegetation. The second is the grubbing, and third is the leveling, and the fourth is the appraisal. Clearance of the vegetation. The trees and bushes are removed by the tractor, JCB, and the bulldozer. And the grubbing, the stumps are removed. The stumps are removed by the scarification or otherwise the blasting. And the leveling is done by the ripper. The ripper is used for the stumping, removing the stumps, and the scarification is done. Otherwise, the blasting is also done, and the leveling, the undulating ground brought to the level. And finally, the approach road is there. The approach road is laid out, and which is useful for connecting the surface of the open cast mining to the bottom of the magma. So this is about the ground preparation. Thank you.